Hi guys, I'm back and we're looking at Litecoin just very quickly. It's Friday, the 13th of April 2018. Right, recently we've had Bitcoin thinking it might be breaking out. Let's have a quick look at any BTC chart that we might have. Let's have a look at this. BTC. So yeah, we can see here the BTC's kind of changed its mind. It's going up. It's on a bit of a consolidation. It's got a second up, so which could mean yeah, BTC could have a bit of a run. Whether it'll be a sustained run is unknown. Whether it's going to be part of this consolidation, we don't really know. Go up, and then hit somewhere near 10 and roll over. It is a chance. Anyway, we're looking at Litecoin because Litecoin, I think, weathered the storm extremely well. We had that huge run up. Remember when Litecoin? This is when Bitcoin was on the big run up. Litecoin was one of the first ones to bounce out when Bitcoin finished its massive bull run, and we got a bit of a consolidation, and then it just kept on going. And really, if you bought Litecoin in the pit here at 0.0058 BTC, that's a serious amount of profit. What have we got? We've got yeah, 2.5x. Okay, so that was a decent run up for such a big coin in BTC value. And then you've got to remember that Bitcoin, particularly around here, was worth a lot more as well. So you were really doubling up on your dollar as well. But what's happened since is we've got Litecoin. It's gone up. It consolidated. It actually went up again, and then sort of reached a peak here of 0.025, and then it's been just trickling down, but it hasn't lost a great deal. I mean, it only stayed up there for a short period of time, so a decent average of where it's kind of found a decent level is here at about 0.02, and it's only 0.016 at the moment. But to me, it looks like this is a structure that looks fairly unhappy. Now, what you have to do is, well, for me anyway, you have to look at what's happened before. It does tend to like this three bump structure, and it looks like we're kind of getting into that sort of world where you've got an up. Because that was such a massively vertical up, it's obviously lost a bit of shape. But you have got this first up, a slide down, and then an up with a shoulder and a double crown, up with a shoulder and a double crown, and then the slide. Now that's come down to here with an up, and then a smack down, and then an up and a smack down. So really, I think we've probably just got this last section to worry about. Now, are we going to go all the way down to there, where we have a lot of support? Possibly not, but it could happen if it goes a little bit, if it cascades, because sometimes these things can happen where once it starts going, it really needs to hit the floor before everybody reverts back to what it was before. So we've got a very, very strong level of support there, and I don't think if it was coming down and we had a relatively bullish market by this point, I don't think Litecoin would want to do anything but go up at that point. But if it was really bearish and it was on the way down and everyone was jumping out of Litecoin, then clearly there are other levels of support there, and even there if it gets bad. But also we've got a level of support around here, which is pretty much where we're at the moment. But if it breaks that, that's the problem. See where we've got the lines of support here. We've got a bit of a touch there, another one kind of there. It's kind of doing it here, but it busts through. Another one there. So that's a general layer of support. It's a little soft. It's not exactly hard. That's a little harder because the points are quite accurate. So there it is, and it's a nice number as well. Look, it's 0.01. That is a very easy number to go, oh well, I'll put a sell around then. So really what we're looking at is if Bitcoin has a ramp up, it'll break. And if that breaks, you're on the slide. Is there any other support? not a great deal. It's really thin. There's a tiny bit there, look, where you've got a point here. Let's create a line for that so you can see. You've got a touch there, but that's on the way up. That's on the way up as well, and that's on the way up, and that's on the way up. And usually, when you have a spike on the way up, like here, it's more relevant for prices that are going up at that point. It's more of a ceiling rather than a floor. It can become support, but it's not generally as strong as something, for example, like this, which is a definite refusal to go further down than there, and that becomes a stronger layer of support. That just would become sort of a resistance, really, right, when you're trying to go up. So here we go. If that effectively rolls over, like, I mean, if I think that we're kind of, I don't know, here, if that is another up and then slams down, that is a lot. That's a big old thing. I mean, we're nearly there now, aren't we? We're nearly at that point. If you think about 0.0149, we're not really that far away from that. And that did go all the way down to 1. So I just thought a word of warning on Litecoin. As ever, the rider, when things look like they're going to go one way, they sometimes go another. But I think if I was holding Litecoin, it may be worthwhile just putting a stop loss in as soon if it breaks that, or if it goes up, maybe sell it. Get a decent price rather than put a stop loss in a price that you're not fully happy with. But if it breaks this, look, if it breaks, say, I don't know, 0.01556, I don't know, it may be worthwhile putting a stop loss in just to prevent this loss. Or even worse, more likely this bounce here at 0.01. So yeah, just be careful with your Litecoin. If you look on the 4-hour, a nice indicator I use is the DEMA 200 on the 4-hour. There it is, DEMA 200. Yeah, you have to pull it up. Do an indicator, you have to make it 200 on TradingView, make it your bespoke sort of number. Look at it on the 4-hour, and then I'll just turn it off and on so you can see it. It's the green line, yeah. And when you're below it, you're possibly going down. When you break up above it, then it tends to show that you're actually in a bullish in a bullish market for that particular coin. If you see here, look. As soon as it broke it, you're going up. So if you bought it here, you'd have all that, and then it sort of hit down. But obviously, when it comes down a bit, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going down. And then at this point, it broke the DEMA 200 on the 4-hour. And look, you would have sold there. So you would have made that, and that's decent. And then you would have not suffered all this loss. You would have accidentally bought it here and sold there, but that's not really a massive amount of loss. Then you would have not been holding it here because you're below. You would have bought and sold again a little bit there, but that's not a problem. And then you would have bought here, and you would have held it all the way down there. You may have sold and then rebought if it was a bot. This is basically if it's a bot. If you manage to make a bot to trade for you on that DEMA on breakup or breakdown, and then you would have got all of that, and then you would have sold there. So you wouldn't have suffered the downs, and you would have benefited from the ups. And what we're doing now, you see, if you look at the DEMA, it's touching it, but it's not breaking up above the DEMA. You look at some other coins, a lot of them maybe are. You look at, I don't know, even Neo that's looking similar. It's a bigger, it held for a long time. It did have a bigger slide than Litecoin, but it was up here very, very late on when others were already sliding. And I think in a lot of ways the Neo chart and the Litecoin chart aren't that dissimilar. But if you look, that's the green line of the DEMA 200, and Neo's broken out. Neo's on the up. So that was a buy then. But Litecoin is still underwater in terms of the DEMA. If we were to look at the RSI, then on Litecoin, I won't look at the 4-hour. I like looking at the daily bigger trends. Look, Boo, 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 boo. It's a downtrend, mate. That RSI is on the down, and really, it's going to have to find an oversold position here for people to want to revert and go, okay, it's going up again. So I would say, yeah, Litecoin, man. It's looking a bit gloom and doom, but hey, what do I know? I could be totally wrong. But yeah, happy trading, guys. If you hold Litecoin, be careful. Hold it. If you've got patience, just hold it. If you want to have an opportunity to trade it or just secure yourself, put it on maybe a stop loss or whatever. Some people like to short stuff on leverage. I don't do that sort of thing. But yeah, good luck with your trades, and yeah, see you later. Bye.